my goodness, this looks so bright in here today. It might be because it's so bright. I don't know why it's so bright. It could be because it's really sunny for a change. Hello, how are y'all? I just thought I would pop on here because I didn't get a bit chance to do a wee video for you this week. And normally I like to get on and say hello. My husband has been away with work. So obviously I didn't want to broadcast that and say I'm here all by myself. So I just didn't get a chance to get. I can tell you why. Hi, Butterfly. How are you? Hello. So yes, he's been away, and whenever he goes away, it's always a bit crazy because you're flying solo. But so I just thought I would come on and say hi and have a wee chat and a little coffee with you. I'm drinking my coffee with a straw today because, hi Mandy, because do you know what's really funny? Mandy, I take it you're Amanda, the same as me. My mum, whenever I was growing up, good, I got work to do. Oh, that's good that you caught alive. That's really, really good. Yeah, because I'm Amanda. Whenever I was growing up, my name is actually, my middle name's Jane. So I was Amanda Jane, and nobody could even call me Amanda. Hi, Marianne. Nobody could even, my mum wouldn't let anybody even call me Amanda. It was Amanda Jane. And I think the name was too long for me to say whenever I was 2 or 3. So then eventually it was shortened down to Amanda, but no one has ever been allowed to call me Mandy. Oh, so yes, I was telling you why I'm drinking my coffee out of a straw. I was eating my lunch yesterday and one of my teeth, a tooth of mine broke. So I felt something crunchy whenever I was eating it, and I thought to myself, I thought it was maybe a nut or something, but no, it was a piece of my tooth. So it's really quite noticeable. I'm going to the dentist on Tuesday, but you know what kids are like, they're so brittle. So my daughter, we were out yesterday. We'd spent the day with a lovely friend of ours yesterday, and we went out for lunch, and Holly was sending me in the car, now Mom, whenever you're talking to Cecil, you're just going to have to just talk like this all day, or talk like this, don't smile at him, or just talk like this all day. It's just like, how am I supposed to do that until Tuesday? So yeah, when you say to the kids, is it noticeable? They're like, yeah, it's really, really noticeable. It's one of these teeth here. So hopefully I can get it sorted out. I discovered I used to hate the dentist. Oh, you're actually Mandy. Oh, lovely. Oh, there you go. And you can't shorten Mandy, so you're safe. Yes, I used to hate the dentist with a passion. I think I had a really bad experience. Well, I don't think, I know I had a really bad experience where I had a root canal done. So I was fine up until then. But no matter how many times they tried to freeze my mouth, I could still feel what they were doing. So that has haunted me ever since. And then I found a really lovely dentist, and it's about 45 minutes from here. It's quite a wee drive, but he's really amazing. Whenever he freezes your mouth, you don't feel the needle going in. He's really, really good. But the only thing is, I think he might be a rubbish dentist, because I've been going to him now for about 3 years. Yeah, about 3 years. And I've had nothing but bother with my teeth ever since. Stevie, my husband, said to me this morning when I told him that my tooth had broke, he's like, Amanda, you're going to have to get another dentist. And I'm like, I know, but I like my dentist. He's lovely. He's lovely. He's Scottish, and everybody loves Scottish people. But I think he mightn't be the best dentist to go to. But we'll see. I'll go on Tuesday. Hopefully I'll get sorted out. Is this really bright, or is it because I'm looking at, it's have 2 windows here? My desk, I used to have it facing this way. And then, oh, you think I should go somewhere else, Mandy? I know. I've had nothing. I mean, I've never had good teeth. I had a really sweet tooth and used to have like 3 sugars in my tea, and I would drink a lot of tea. I really regret it now. You know, I think when you're an adult Like, I'm so fussy with the kids' teeth. And when you're an adult, you kind of get it, that you've only got one set of teeth. But whenever I was younger, so I have quite a lot of fillings up here, the back teeth. And yeah, so it's not good. But so over here, I don't know, our dental work, you would get it for free if you're pregnant, or the kids get their dentist stuff done for free here as well. But if you're getting a filling done, it would be like a metal filling. So all my fillings from a child were metal. So a few years ago, I went to this particular dentist, and any other dentist had said to me they wouldn't touch the fillings because they were so big. You're best just leaving them as they are. But he said, no, I can put white fillings in there for you. No bother, it's fine. So he took out, so there was maybe 2 big fillings here. And so this is probably not even interesting to anybody. This is not even what I was going to talk about. But sure, get some recommendations to go somewhere else. Always good to look around. Yeah, I'm going to have to maybe get some. Do you know, because it's a dentist, it's just, you have to be really comfortable. And he makes me really, he's just really friendly and really nice. I'm actually going to see, so it's him and his wife own this practice, so I'm going to see his wife on Tuesday. Maybe she might be better. We never see these videos, but sure. But yeah, so he said, yeah, I can. So one time he was in doing a checkup, and oh, Mandy, you see, that's what every other dentist, Mandy's saying that her dentist wouldn't change her fillings, said it would cause problems. So any other dentist I've been to, because one of these teeth, there's more filling than there is tooth, and every other dentist had said the same thing to me, that it would be too risky to do it. So I had went to him and had, just a few wee things done, and then he had said, do these silver fillings not bother you? And I said, well, they do. But, I'm kind of stuck with them now. And he said, well, I can, replace them. And I was really surprised. I thought, oh, I didn't think. And he's like, no, a lot of dentists are afraid to replace fillings, but I'll go ahead and do it. And ever since then, I've had nothing but trouble. So maybe that could be your lesson of the day. If you have, just don't be vain. They were quite noticeable. If I smiled, you could see, so there were these teeth here. That's a really lovely view, isn't it? And here, so you can kind of see that wee broken one. I'm not gonna, but it's just, I don't know how anybody's a dentist. Is so disgusting when you think about it. Mine's a good guy, but I'm now looking to report him. I only found out he was crap when I ended up in A&E. Oh my goodness. See, this is the thing. How do you know if you've got a good dentist? You don't, well, I know I think I'm telling myself that I just have really bad teeth and it's not his fault. But I'm sure whenever I phone to get an appointment, they're just like, oh no, it's this woman again. What does she do to your teeth? And I don't. I mean, it was him that got me off the sugar. So I would have taken so many sugars and so many cups of tea a day. And he had said to me, you really need to quit that because you're going to completely destroy your teeth. So I gradually cut out the sugar in my tea and coffee. And it was really hard, but now it's fine. So I have to give him credit for that. But I think I'm just telling myself maybe the damage is done. But I guess I really do look after my teeth now, so I shouldn't have as many problems. Do you know what actually happened to me on Christmas Eve? So I had a tooth. I don't know why if this is boring, just tell me and I'll move on. I had a tooth down here which needed a wee filling, and he had told me this. But anytime I went to see him, he didn't do the filling, and I think he must have forgot about it. I should have told him, but I kind of thought, well, he mustn't think this needs done because he hasn't mentioned it. So then the tooth eventually just completely disintegrated one day. And I went to see him and he said, oh goodness, we're going to have to give you a crown. So I'd never had a crown. So he fitted a crown down here, which is amazing when you think about it. So that was done Christmas Eve of all days, up really early. So we would get up really early Christmas Eve and get the hams and everything going. And I think it was about 9 o'clock. I was eating my breakfast and the whole crown just fell out of my mouth. I just thought, I don't believe you have all days. You know, when you're busy, you've so much to do. You don't want to be going to the dentist at Christmas Eve. So I rang them. They were about to shut. They actually were in. I think they went in. They were going to shut at like 10:30, but they did stay open so he could get it sorted. But that should have been my window to leave. Filled 6 of my overtime and did an X-ray. But each one he tried to fix damage they found. He did. Oh no, yeah. See, it's really, I suppose it's really risky, isn't it? Butterfly, that's awful. And are you okay with the dentist after all of that? Have you a fear of the dentist? I think I have finally got over my fear of the dentist. He has been really good, and I think that's why I'm so apprehensive to leave him, because he puts you so at ease, and he's very chatty. And any work that he's done, I haven't felt a thing, you know. But I think I kind of need to find somebody else. I must get. Oh no, it's so costly. That crown that I had done was £350, which is a lot of money to me. I think it's a lot of money to anybody, but that killed me paying 350 quid for the thing to fall out. In fairness, he didn't charge me for redoing it on Christmas Eve. But yeah. Oh, that's awful, isn't it? Do you know why I wanted to come on here? I was just thinking about so over here, I don't know where you are all watching from, but so over here, I've just completely lost my train of thought. Does that ever happen to you? Yes. So a lot of kids and stuff over here got exam results yesterday. So, and the week before, so it was GCSE results yesterday, and then the week before it was A-level results. And it kind of made me think back to me whenever I was doing my GCSEs and A-levels and stuff, and I just wanted to maybe just chat about it a wee bit. £65. But he did give me a free crown, and I meant to be grateful. That was really, really good of him, Butterfly, wasn't it? Do you know, sometimes I've gone back to him. My dentist wants to do a root canal, but I said no. I know I have had a couple of those done. It's not good, because apparently when they do the root canal, you know the nerve is completely gone. So then if anything's wrong with the tooth, you don't know, and that's the problem. I think I just wish I could just get into a wee time machine and go back to me whenever I was about 7 or 8 and just tell myself, please look after your teeth. Because I used to tell my mom used to say, did you brush your teeth? And I used to say, yeah, and I didn't. And I'm so fussy with my kids' teeth, so fussy, probably overly so. You know, though the youngest, he likes to brush his own teeth, which gives me anxiety. The thought of him. I mean, he really probably doesn't get in there, but they have the electric toothbrushes and stuff. So I think they're doing a good enough job. But yeah, so I couldn't get it, Mandy. I couldn't get it. So I tried B&M and Homebase. I'm maybe looking in, do you know, and it's funny because I was saying that to my husband about the elbow grease. So there's a new Home Bargains near here. So I tried in there. I looking in the wrong spot, because I looked in the, where the like laundry detergents and stuff are, and maybe that's not where it is. If you are on Instagram, could you send me a wee picture of it? Because I would really love to get it. Because sometimes when you sort of know what the packaging looks like, you know what you're looking for. But I tried, and the t-shirt, so it's completely and utterly, I don't know how, just a hole appeared. I think I've maybe been scrubbing at it too much, but I don't know if you're on Instagram, but if you could private message me a wee picture of it so I know what I'm looking for. It's also sold in one below normal cleaning section. Right, I've looked in the bright yellow spray. So it's a spray, right? Okay. Bright yellow spray bottle. I'll be actually at Home Bargains maybe today. I do go to other shops, but yeah, because I've started sort of doing now the kids are getting, they're getting older. So you know, the grocery shopping and meals and stuff, you know, they're eating. So what I could have maybe done a big meal and it would have done 2 nights. And now that they're getting older and they're eating full meals, so I've started trying to, it's a lot of hassle, but I would do a wee bit of shopping, and it's great that this new Home Bargains is opened because it's a bit handier for me. So there's a Home Bargain, so I would get some things in there, and then Lidl's here as well. I would get some things in there, and then whenever I can't get there, I am going to Asda for. Hi, Aris. You're on your way back from Asda. Oh, sure, we'll catch up. We'll catch up later. I must get that little happy bee thing. I'm gonna have to get one of those. So Iris had sent me a picture of a little plaque that you can get in Asda, and it's like a little wooden plaque that says happy, and then it's got a little bee on it. Oh, so I'm gonna have to get one of those. But I would do my Asda shopping online, especially over the summer because the kids are off school. Nobody wants to go to the supermarket with 3 kids. So yeah, and you can't get that type of thing online, so I'm going to have to, like, my friend says she used parchment paper, iron it over the stain. That's a good idea. Do you know what's really good for strawberry stains or fruit stains? If you, and this has worked every time, hairspray. So if the kids are even on like a white t-shirt and they've got strawberry stains or whatever, if you spray the top with hairspray and stick it in the wash, and that works every time. I think the problem with my stain is that my sister lives in a place called Donaghadee, and it's a good hour and a bit away. And so I spilt the hot chocolate on myself when I, like, literally 15 minutes from our house, drove there and then spent time there. And by the time I got back, the stain had just completely, so you can see it even on the other side, the flip side of the t-shirt. So it's completely welded in. So I wouldn't be surprised if I'm not going to get it out. I can still get the top online. I did go into H&M because it was only £3 and they didn't have any of my size. And it still is online, but I'm too tight because online it's £3, but then it's like £3.99 delivery. And I'm like, well, then it's going to cost nearly a tenner, so maybe I should just bite the bullet. But you know what, it was originally £3. I just want it for the £3. But yeah, so yeah, it made me think about so back to what I was saying, it made me think about exam results and stuff, whether so it'd be really good to get your insight on this as to whether people who are creative with their hands are academic in the academic sense of exams, and I don't know why I just made my eyes so big there, but in the sense of studying and exams and stuff, I didn't realize that I was good with making things until I was 30. Well, I'm trying to think. I think it was 2012. So I'm so thankful that I discovered the cake decorating, because up until then there was nothing that I was particularly good at. I was okay at, you know, so I was never really sporty. I was never really academic. You know, in the sense of career, jobs, you know, I just never found anything that I could have done day in, day out and never get tired of. And even whenever I worked, so I had jobs, I worked in a bank. So to give you a bit of, I done my GCSEs. As a child, I always wanted to be a school teacher. And that was my dream. I always, and you know, Holly is the same. She reminds me so much of myself. She'll put her wee glasses on, put her hair in a bun, and she'll just go up there and teach to all of her teddies. And that was me. And I suppose that I maybe just didn't believe in myself. You know, I was talking to friends of ours about this actually, that, you know, when I look at my kids' school reports now, the reports, school reports back when I was younger, they were brutal. I mean, the teachers just told you how rubbish you were. Whereas now, I think they would just word that differently, be like, so all my school reports whenever I was younger were daydreamer, head in the clouds, daydreams too much, could do better, could do more. And, when you look at all the academic scores, it makes me sad to look at those and think even how my parents must have felt getting those reports, because I wasn't. And I don't think it was that I wasn't bright, but I just didn't believe that I was. Great to see you too, Iris. So, yeah, I think that I just didn't believe, and there's lots of reasons why. I suppose I didn't think that I was, or, but I'm not going to go into that. So I just grew up thinking I'm never going to probably achieve that, to the grades to be a school teacher or whatever. So my GCSEs were, okay, jokes around too much and disrupts the class. I'm glad it's not just me. Do you know what I used to do? And I just didn't take school seriously. And I wish maybe again I could get into that wee time machine. I would tell myself a lot of things if I could. But and I suppose I wouldn't change a thing now, because of what, it hasn't held me back in any way at all. In fact, if I had, all the qualifications in the world, and even if I had all the money in China, I was going to say, if I had a lot of money, I would still do what I'm doing right now. I wouldn't change a thing. So it hasn't affected me in any way. But my reports weren't great. So then by the time it came for, well, I got my GCSEs, I got what I needed to get to go on to do A levels. And A levels I just found them really, really difficult. And I just wanted to get out there and start working. And I didn't know that there are other ways that you can get to university and become a teacher. I didn't realize that you can actually go and do a degree and then do your PGCE and stuff. I didn't know any of that. And I just started. I'd done A levels for a year, dropped out, and then started working. And like all the jobs I had, I really enjoyed. I loved meeting people and different things. And, I suppose they're all really good skills that you need in life. It really makes you grow up when you start earning money and stuff. But I just never really felt that I was particularly talented or good at anything. You were the same as Mandy. You were told you were dumb. Graduated a degree 10 years ago as a top student. That could make me cry. Butterfly. Oh my goodness. I hate. That could totally make me cry. That's amazing. That is amazing. What an achievement for you to look back and you're a top student and you graduated, and just to kind of give two fingers to your haters. Do you saying you were told you were dumb? That's kind of my story too. The word stupid is like a swear word in our house. You're not allowed to use it. It's like you're just not allowed to say the word stupid. You're not allowed to. And yeah, I think this is the one thing that I discovered, cake decorating and doing all of this, that has given me confidence and has made me believe in myself and believe that actually I'm not on paper, in an exam setting. So I learn by doing things. So the like of I've never taken a class. I can just sit and work at something and learn better that way. And I suppose the classroom environment probably isn't good for someone like me, because my concentration, my mind starts to wander. And it makes me sad to think of the amount of kids that must be the same, that are sitting in classrooms and maybe aren't getting, you know, they're maybe thought of as not being bright, where they maybe have a huge talent inside of them just sitting there, and just because they can't, you know, do their spellings properly or they aren't great at reading, doesn't mean that they couldn't be a real high achiever. Your teachers didn't encourage us. Yeah. Oh my goodness, Mandy, I can totally relate. Totally relate. Wow. And you know, the thing is, you sort of think that it's just you, and it could be maybe, I mean, now teachers are totally different. I think teachers make such a huge difference to how your child feels about going to school, how they feel about themselves. And it's so important, I think, you know, but whereas whenever I was younger, the teachers were, yeah, they weren't I went to a wee school. So I was originally from a wee town and I loved it. It was a lovely wee school. And then we moved house into quite a rough area whenever I was going into P5. And I think that's what done it, you know, because it was such a huge shock. The kids were rough, the teachers were rough. And up until then, I had great memories of school. But from there on, it was quite a, hi, Michelle, how are you doing? It was, I think that was quite a downward spiral, because it was just such a different experience from what I was used to. But I suppose it's interesting because, like, I'm so thankful that I discovered this, because it's just something that, I mean, sometimes what I do for my job, it could be hard to justify because I put so many hours into it, you know, and even though I'm saying to you guys, you know, you have to charge what you're worth and stuff, but there's just sometimes that's not practical. And I know, you know, how long something's going to take and how much the top end someone's going to pay for that, or what I'm happy with. I'm never going to get the time back that I put into something. So sometimes it's hard to justify. If I look at, I would say I work full time, but I earn probably a really good part-time wage, but I work more than full time. But the way, you know, because my husband and I have talked about this, you know, should I, when Dylan was, you know, going into P1, should I start working and get a real job? And, you know, no, because what I do now, even though maybe financially it doesn't make a lot of, especially the YouTube thing, it doesn't make financial sense at all, because, you know, the amount of time I would put into it, and you don't really get I get some financial reward from it, but it's not a lot, you know, but it's still, that's not why I do YouTube. It's not why I believe everyone has a hidden talent. You're so true. That's so true. It's finding it. And isn't it amazing when you can find yours? I think when you find that thing that you could do all day, every day, and talk about all day, every day, then you've got it, Lorraine. I hate interrupting you because I love your accent so much, but I want to say hi. I'm Lorraine from the United States, Pennsylvania. Hi, Lorraine. Oh, do you like the accent? There's so many people that like the accent. I think the Northern Ireland accent is horrible, really, really horrible, but I'm glad that you like it. So yeah, I think when you find your talent, what a blessing it is to find it. I can't remember what I was saying. I've gone off on a tangent again, haven't I? But I think, you know, oh yes, I was talking about what I do for a living and stuff. And so to me, what is important is, I suppose, so even regarding the YouTube thing, I'll take a wee sip of my coffee. Regarding the YouTube thing, so I have almost 20,000 subscribers now, which is amazing. And like 1.5 million views or something, which is crazy. But I know that there's so many things I could do with this channel that could make it, like, not explode, but I could make money out of it, make more money, and get a lot more views. So the like of the cake trend. So the cake trend at the minute is these fault line cakes. I know if I did say a unicorn or an LOL doll fault line cake, it would do really, really well. But I just think I'm not in it to get lots of millions and millions of views and millions of subscribers or whatever. I want the views that I get to be people like you who are watching now, quality subscribers. So rather than me having like 100,000 subscribers, I would far rather have 10 or 20,000 that are kind of like friends here, where we're like a wee community. And I think that's the thing. It's just being authentic and true to yourself. Oh, I don't know what's happened to the chat here. I hope I'm still online. So yeah, I think that's more important. I could go, and I suppose if I worked in a real job and done the amount of hours that I do here, I would earn a lot more money. But then the hours that I do suit me. So I can work from 5 in the morning to 8 when my kids are at school. So there's 3 hours. Then I can do a bit of work when they're at school. Or for example, during the summer, I can work in the morning before they get up. And then I can do a bit of work. I don't know, the chat has disabled. I don't know. I'm not sure if you are able to chat there. And then I can do a bit of work later at night, and I'm not physically going out of the house. I'm not paying for childcare. I'm not using diesel. So in a lot of ways, it does make sense, especially during the summer. I get to be with my kids all the time, and I'm doing something that I can take pride in and that I have ownership of, and that go in line with my values. So to me, that's so much more important than me earning a lot more money. Don't get me wrong. If this channel did get a lot more views and there were quality views, as in, you know, people like you that like to chat and like to take part and that want to learn, then I'm not going to complain. But I am happy with how things are, and I suppose it's just to give anybody out there a wee word of encouragement that if you didn't maybe get the results that you were hoping for, or that you're maybe feeling a wee bit disappointed, it's not the be all and end all. In fact, I find it quite worrying how things are going now, where everybody needs to have certain qualifications, everybody needs to go to university, everybody needs to have a degree for whatever job you're doing, because that's not what it's all about. We can't all be academic, we can't all be really, in the traditional term, smart. We need people that are smart on so many different levels and in so many different ways. And I would, if there's something that you're really good at, that you really love, and that you really enjoy, I would just nurture that. And if you can turn it into a way to even make an income, that's even better. But I think there's so many people that, you know, it's just about finding your purpose, I suppose, as to what it is that you really want to do or what you're really good at. Sometimes people are just happy enough if they love something as a hobby. They don't really want to turn it into a business because they want to keep it as a hobby, which is fair enough. I just feel really lucky that I get to have my hobby as my business, and even just share it with you guys on here. That makes it even better. So that is kind of all I really wanted to chat about. I don't know what's happened in the chat. Oh, I don't really know how to. It's just saying here it's unable to chat. So sorry guys, but I hope that that maybe gives some of you a wee bit of encouragement. And you know, it has encouraged me even to hear that a few of you are the same, that maybe in school weren't encouraged or weren't believed in or told that you were particularly bright in some areas, and that it hasn't done you any harm either. So I think I will end the wee chat there. It's been lovely to chat with you and see you, and hopefully I will see you next week. The kids are back to school next Friday. Oh, can't believe it. It's summer is nearly over. So that'll be me back to the normal videos, I think, once we get into the routine and stuff again. Oh, I hate it when they go back to school. I know things are a lot easier when you've got routine, but I just like having them all at home. They're great company. They're all at such a good age. I'm just going to stop rambling and end the video here because you can't chat with me anymore. But I will be about in the comments here all day. So if you're watching this in the replay and there is anything you want to add to the conversation, I'll be there and we can chat on the comments. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a lovely day and I'll see you later. Bye.